Hello, you're welcome to Edge Track Academy. In this video, we are going to be looking into a topic in English language. In this, we are going to take questions, past questions from JAMB and WAEC to illustrate this topic. What I'm saying is that the topic we are looking into, we are going to take selected past questions, selected jump past questions, WAEC past questions. So these past questions, we want to treat them according to this particular topic. So, and by the end of today's lesson, I believe you would be able to attempt any question given on this particular topic we are looking into today. So the topic here is Concord. Concord. Concord is a very common word in English language. It is a very common word. Everyone knows about when you hear the word Concord, you have what comes to your mind. I want you to pause and think before reading what is on the screen. I want you to pause and think, okay, now that you hear the word Concord again, what comes to your mind? What do you think of? All right. So, actually, in English language, we have so many words that got into English language from other languages. There are so many words that were originally not English words, but then they got into to English and became English words. We have so many languages like that, and Latin is one of them. Greek, we have so many words that are taken from Greek into the English language. Then we have so many words, varieties of words taken from French too, as well as Arabic. So this particular word, Concord, originated from Latin. It is a Latin word. And what does it mean? It means agreement. Agreement. So in grammar, when we say Concord, what do we mean? We mean the agreement between words. So, concord happens when a word changes form depending on the other words to which it is related. That is, a word changes its form depending on other words surrounding it. The form a particular word is going to take would be determined by other words that are surrounding it. So, a word must agree. It must be in agreement with other words which are surrounding it. So, Concord, further explanation on Concord. Concord is an instance of inflection and usually involves making the value of some grammatical category, such as gender, person, or number, agree between varied words or part of the sentence. So, a particular word, a particular grammatical category or a word has to be in agreement. It has to conform with the structure of other words which are given in the sentence. So this topic we are going to, like I said earlier, we are going to take some selected past questions from JAMB and WAEC which are based on this particular topic. So this is our instruction. This is what the instruction we're going to follow. We have to choose appropriate options to fill the gaps in the following sentences. And here is our question number 1, example number 1 for us. The teacher with his wife dash air. The teacher with his wife dash air. Without waiting for the video to move to the next slide, I want you to pause and tell me, what do you think is the answer? What is the answer to this question? What is going to be the verb? What is the appropriate verb to for these expression? What is the correct option for these expression? The teacher with his wife dash hair. So what is going to be our answer? Option A, where. Option B, were to be. Option C, are. Option D, was. This particular question is extracted from JAMB question for year 1995. So, what is our answer? Alright, let's move on. The correct option for this, for the first question we have, is what? Is option D. Let us go back and see what is in option D. Okay, what we have in option D is was, and that is what our correct option. Why is it was? I am sure you know that was is the past tense of singular verb is. Good. Now, why is it was and not were? Because we could see two individuals here. We could see the teacher and we could see his wife. So we have two persons here. Why is it not were? Why is it was? So this is going to take us to the rule of Concord that explains why this is actually the way it is. So like I said, the correct option is D. And that is because singular subjects, when you have a singular subject and this particular singular subject is joined to other subjects by words like as well as, including, with, together with, along with, in addition to. I want to take note of all these words. When the noun that comes before them, the first noun that comes in the expression before being joined, before others are being joined by any of this, is singular, then our verb is going to be singular. But when the verb is plural, when the subject that comes before any of these words is plural, then our subject is going, our verb is going to be what? Plural. So just as I explained, it is the subject that comes first in that expression before it has been joined by any of these words that would determine whether the verb is going to be singular or plural. So now, looking at this expression, our first subject here is what? The teacher, which is what? Singular. So definitely our verb is going to be singular, and this is why option D is the correct answer. Now to the next question. Neither Agbo nor his parents. Neither Agbo nor his parents dash the meeting now. Neither Agbo nor his parents dash the meeting now. The first thing I want you to take note of is that we could see what marks time here. Now, the word now, that shows that the incident is in present tense. So option A and option C are already out of our way. So we are only left with option B and option D. So option B is plural verb. Option D is singular verb. So now, which of these are we going to fix into this gap to make the to make the expression a complete one? Neither Agbo nor his parents dash the meeting now. So I want you to pause and tell me the answer. What is the answer? What is the correct option for this to fill in this gap? The correct option for this question. Okay, thank you for giving it a try. Let's move on. So the answer to that question is option B. So the answer today's question, this particular question, is option B. And why is that? This is because the rule of Concord on neither nor is that the closest noun or pronoun to the expression neither nor is what determines what verb to use. So if the closest noun or pronoun is singular, then it takes a singular verb, and vice versa. And vice versa. So let us take a look at the expression again. Neither Agbo nor his parents. Now, the closest noun to this is what? Parents. I hope we are getting this. The closest word is what is going to determine what verb you are going to use. And the closest word we have here is a plural noun. Parents. It's a plural noun. So definitely our answer is going to be a plural verb, which is option B. Now to the next question, which is extracted from JAMB questions for year 2019. The government which dash the government which dash recruiting dash workers suddenly stopped doing so. Here we have to pick we have two lost particles that we need to look for and fix in, so as to make the expression healthy. What are these two words? We have the options here. What is going to be our answer? Government. Government. Is government a plural noun or a singular noun? Because it is when we know whether it is seen as a plural noun or singular noun that we will know what verb we are going to use with it. I want you to tell me whether the word government is regarded as being plural or singular. Okay, so the word government is it is regarded as a singular noun. It is regarded as a singular noun. So whenever it is used, the verb that goes with it is going to be what? Singular. So when you get the answer to the first option correctly, that is what would enable you to be able to get the answer for the second one too correctly. So like I said, government is regarded as a singular noun. So the verb that comes after it must be what? Singular. The verb that goes with it must be singular. So now we're going to say the government which is, or which were, or which what? Do not forget I said it is singular. So what is going to be our answer? All right. So our answer is going to be option what? Option D. Yes. Was is a singular verb, and ate is a singular possessive adjective, which is appropriate to go in there. So our correct option is option D. So the answer to that question, let's read what we have on the screen here. The answer to that question is option D, and that is because the subject government is regarded as a single entity, as a singular noun. So therefore it requires a singular verb, and also as a non-living thing, the possessive adjective um appropriate for it is going to be ate. So is and it's are the words that we need to fix in to those two gaps. So it will be the government which was sorry. All right, so government being regarded as a singular noun takes the singular verb, and that also makes it take the singular possessive adjective. So our answer is option D, and that's let us try and fix in the two words into the gaps we have here and see whether it makes sense. The government which was bequeathing its there is no there isn't going to be apostrophe here, please. That was a mistake. There is no apostrophe. It will just be its. Yes, it will just be its. Eight. Let me correct that, please. So, like I said, option D is our answer. Let us proceed. All right. This is our example number 4, and the expression goes as thus: the employer, not the salesman and his representatives, dash responsible for the loss. The employer, not the salesman and his representatives, dash responsible for the loss. Is our verb here going to be singular or plural? What is going to determine what verb to use? Think. What is going to be the correct option? Okay. The correct answer for this question, which was taken from JAMB question for year 1978, is option E. Option E. What is in our option E? The singular verb is. And why is that like that? Let us see. That is because the subject which determines what verb to use is the first noun in the sentence. So the one being referred to in the expression is the subject employer, which is singular. Therefore, the appropriate verb that will fill into that gap is the verb is. So the expression will be the employer, not the salesman and his representatives, is responsible. So who we are actually pointing at here is the employer. All the other ones that come after him, they are of no concern to us. We are only concerned with what? With the word employer. So and it is singular. Therefore, our verb is also going to be singular. So option E is the correct answer here. Now to example number 5. If Remy performed poorly in a forthcoming examination, then either a mother or I dash to blame. Who will be responsible for Remy if he performs poorly? Either a mother or I dash to blame. Yeah. What do you think is the correct option here? Which one? Okay. The rule of Concord on this is that when you have a word like in an expression where you have or, either or, neither nor, whenever you have any of this in any sentence, it is the closest word that is going to determine what verb to use. The closest word to the verb, the closest word to where the verb is going to be, is what is going to determine whether the verb is going to be singular or plural. Now, what is going to be the verb to fix in here? So if Remy performed poorly in a forthcoming examination, then either a mother or I am to blame. Either a mother or I am to blame. So the appropriate verb that's going to fill in that gap is option E. And the explanation is given right again. So the subject verb agreement rule number 3 is what is applicable to this question. So this is the same rule that goes for example number 2. And the verb in an, like, this is a further explanation. The verb in an or, either or neither nor sentence agrees with the noun or pronoun closest to it. So it is the noun or pronoun that is closest to where the verb is going to be that is going to determine whether the verb is going to be singular or plural. So, and that is what makes option E the most appropriate for that as an answer for that question. Now, example number 6. He dash not retort when I am speaking. He dash not retort when I am speaking. What is the answer? What is going to fill in the gap we have here? He dash not retort when I am speaking. Our answer is what? Let's check. Ta-da! Okay, so our answer is option. Alright, so example number 6. He dash not retort when I am speaking. He dash not retort when I am speaking. What is our answer here? It is, this one is the most straightforward among all the questions we have been coming across so far. It is simply a singular subject, and which is definitely going to do what? Going to take a singular verb. So option B is the appropriate answer here. Option B is the correct option. It does not retort when I am speaking. So option B is what is the correct option. So the subject verb agreement rule number 1 is applicable to that question. So, and it's simply, the rule simply states that singular subjects take singular verbs and plural subjects take plural verbs. This is the basic rule of Concord. Now to example number 7, which is a question from WAEC, past question for year 2017. One of the muggers who snatched the handbag dash been arrested by the police. One of the muggers who snatched the handbag dash been arrested by the police. What is going to determine our verb here? Is it muggers or the pronoun one? What deserves the verb in this expression? I want you to pause and think. What is the answer? What is the correct option here? Okay, thank you. Our answer is what? Is option D. And you know why? That is because what is going to determine our verb is what? The pronoun one. It clearly shows that only one among the muggers, only one individual is being referred to. Only one. That is one of. So when you have one of something, like one out of many things, it is that one that is of concern to you. and that is what is going to determine what verb you are going to use. Do you get it now? Good. So our answer is option D. And why is it not simply C? Is that is because we already have what shows that the tense in the expression is perfect tense, and that is the word being. So the word being is what already shows that whatever word we're going to input there has to be in perfect tense, and that makes option D to be the perfect answer. Read through this. Now to example number 8, the coach. I want you to take note of something here. You will see that after the first now after the subject we have what? We have a comma. We have talked about this particular rule earlier, that wherever you see as well as, with, together with, what's going to determine the verb? What is definitely going to determine our verb is what? The first subject. The first subject. If the first subject that comes before other words that are joined to it by as well as or any other words of that class, then for this question our answer is going to be